My name is Jacob King, and I'm out here at my favorite hiking spot with really one of the best views in the city. As I'll show you real quick, it's kind of got a really great view of Spokane. And I'm here to talk about dispositions, my strengths, weaknesses, and professionalism as an educator. And I feel for me, a little out of breath, I'm most sensitive to the learning and social needs of students. I feel like that's one of my strongest traits, is that I can relate to and at least empathize and understand where a student's at and what's going through and what they may need. I feel like that adds huge potential to what I can do as an educator. I'm constantly a learner, in the fact that even as a teacher, I should always be learning something new, be learning how to do my job better, how to relate to students better, and updating myself on new technologies or new trends to kind of relate best to my students, and on teaching styles, whether it be using technology or lectures or at-home lectures, whatever it be, using that constant thirst for knowledge to always be learning and improving upon myself. And honestly, if I see failure as one of the biggest and most important things in life, because how else are you supposed to learn something if you're always succeeding? So reflecting on my everyday experiences, whether it be daily life things or job or school or assignments or whatever it be, I'm always reflecting and always using those experiences to help me reflect and understand where I come from and where I'm going. And I believe that's going to lead to the largest growth in myself and hopefully in my students. I definitely need work in servant leadership, just because it's not something I've had the privilege of doing much recently. So I always feel like that's something you can always grow in. You can always be a better leader. So don't ever settle for what you are or become complacent. Realistic expectations. I feel like realistic expectations are important to have upon your students and individual students for their needs and what they can do. I think I need work in that because I'm trying to learn what realistic expectations would be in the future. And as I've never taught before and don't necessarily always know or won't always know what a realistic expectation might be for an individual student and their needs. Fairness in all areas, I think, falls into the same categories, is that I want to be fair to my students in the best way I can. But understanding that fair doesn't always mean being easygoing about things, and fair isn't always being a hard ass, pardon my language. Fair is a relative term, and I think only experience can really help you understand what fairness is in a certain setting, and I feel like I have yet to learn that because I obviously haven't been a teacher yet, as I'm still learning. To be a professional educator, I believe it comes with certain aspects of experience and just who you are. How you behave and what you're like, I think, is kind of in your personality. If you're a vulgar and disturbing person, you're probably not going to be that professional in a classroom setting. And so when it comes to being professional, it's about being able to have fun in a professional way. Professional fun is what I've heard the term called, and it's about being able to relax, have fun, but still being able to do what needs to be done and keep an appropriate boundary between you and your students, or you and whoever you're working with, and not, using inappropriate conversation to make students laugh or even make students feel bad, whether it's in regard to sex or making fun of someone in a chill, but it's okay, but no, it's really not, because you can't tease a student because you don't want them to feel insecure in front of their classmates. And I think the standards that give me that thinking are just kind of my moral compass on how I view life and how I view kids and my own interactions with people. It's like I don't want to come off as a jerk. I don't want to be mean, and I don't want to be that guy, he's always inappropriate. I just want to be the guy who he has piercings, he has tattoos, and that's outside the norm for what professional is considered, but he's a good guy, he's thoughtful, he's deep, he's sensitive, and he cares about people and where it's not always about what you look like on the outside as far as piercings, tattoo, or your hair color goes, but still maintaining somewhat of a cleanly body and manicure looking facade. And to me, I think that's exactly what those are. And if you can't do that, then maybe you don't belong in the classroom. And so my goal is to work on all these things, whether I feel like I'm good at them now or not, and just be a better person and grow every day. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Bye.